how are you? So today I am super excited because I'm going to be reviewing Charlotte's summer collection. So she came out with her bronzer and her quad, and we're going to be playing with these two babies right now. I'm going to do demos, we're going to talk price, we're going to do a little bit of comparison with other bronzers, and then I'll leave you on with my final thoughts. If this is your first time here, my name is Gigi. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you stay and take a second and click that red subscribe button below for more, and without further ado, let's start. Okay guys, let's get started. I am so excited. As you can see, I have all my base products on and I'm ready to bust into these babies. So as usual, really nicely packaged, and wow, it is so big. So this is her airbrush bronzer, and this is in the shade 2 medium. So this is Charlotte's new airbrush bronzer. It is a matte bronzer for medium skin tones, which is the shade I picked up, for appearance of a sun-kissed glowing goddess complexion. So this bronzer is infused with hyaluronic acid and it's gonna be smoothing, pore blurring, and it's gonna have a matte effect for the face and body. This shade is perfect for fair to medium skin tones to create the appearance of a glowing golden goddess sun-kissed complexion. This bronzer comes into 4 different shades. So the medium shade is meant to be suitable for shades 5 to 8 in her airbrush foundation, which is perfect because I do have 8. So right on the dot. It is a little bit too dark for me at the moment. This was my summer shade whenever it released, but it's okay. So anyways, I am so excited to give this guy a go. The compact is just really beautiful and super big. It is really massive. You get a ton of product in here. You do get 16 grams of product. If you want to compare it with her airbrush powder, you get 8. So you do get double in the bronzer. So this bronzer retails for 65 Canadian dollars. I'll leave the price, US price, down here. And yeah, I am so excited. So she was saying that this is meant to be, you know, like a bronzing, contouring all in one kind of shade. And that's the way I like to use my bronzers anyway. I don't really like to go and have 2 bronzers, like one contouring and one bronzer. So I like products that are like this. I think this shade is gonna work for my skin tone. She did recommend to use her you know, the airbrush powder to set all over your face. So right now I'm wearing my airbrush foundation in the shade 8 warm. I am wearing her powder to set all over my face, and the glow that you see on my cheeks is the Flawless, the Hollywood FILT'R Flawless in the shade Tan 5. So I put all of that so that we have a really nice base for our bronzer. So first I'm gonna pick up this Luxie, which is a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna do just a light dusting of the bronzer to see what it looks like. And this shade is really beautiful. As you can see, it's not super warm, but it really lets me contour with it. And I really like that. If I wanted more of a precise application of the product, I would usually use my Makeup Shack brush, which is something like this, and I'll pack that guy right in here, like so. And that is perfect. I like it. I really like the color. I thought it was gonna be warmer on the pan, and I think it's good. Even though it is right on the edge for my skin tone, I think it's better because the next shade up, it looks just too red for me, and I don't really like red bronzers. So she does say that you can use it to contour your nose and everything. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. I'm just gonna pick up a fluffy blending brush. she did a live on her IG, and I was like right there listening to what she had to say about this product. All right, that's it. Good. And then just to match my other cheek, I am going to concentrate a little bit more, like so. I'm gonna bring it over. That powder just blended beautiful. It is just really nice and so soft, and if you've ever touched this powder, it is true kind of same feel, like you're not touching much. She said that this is infused with hyaluronic acid and really nice, you know, just skincare benefits. So I really like that about her brand. It's all about, you know, the skincare blend with makeup. So something really cool that I didn't mention before is that this is a refillable kind of packaging. So that hole back there at the back, you can just pop it, you know, out and then refill it. So you don't really have to be wasting. And I thought that was really neat, you know, wasting a ton of packaging whenever you used it up. So that's really cool. And if you wanted to have multiple shades, you know, one for summer, one for winter, then you can just buy the refillable pen and interchange them whenever the season arrives. So I thought that was really cool. But again, I am super content actually with this shade. I don't think I wanna get the darkest one. We're gonna be doing some comparisons with other bronzers from her that I have, and just another bronzer that I have in mind that may be similar to this in just a second. But I also picked up her quad. So this is what the new quad looks like. Same outer package as she usually does, and it's in the shade Desert Haze. So she will tell you this is 1 to prime, 2 to enhance, 3 to smoke, and 4 to define. I'm going to pick up a blush from her Glowgasm palette in the shade Lowgasm. I'm just going to do a little bit of blush so that our face is complete. Let me bring you in to work on our eyes. So my eyelids are already primed. I used my Soft Ochre by MAC, and I set them with the airbrush powder whenever I set the rest of my face. So I'm gonna go in with the shade to enhance, and I'm just gonna do that on my crease. And I'm using a Refer 01. Super soft and easy to blend shade. I like that. Now I'm gonna take the shade Smoke, and I'm gonna concentrate that in my outer V. And this is my Sonia G Crease Pro. This shade is deeper than I thought. It has a ton of color. So the other brown, I can only imagine if I use this one, I can only imagine how deep that brown is. I think I'll be using that today though. I'm just gonna blend everything before we place the cream shade on our lid. Alright, and then we're just gonna put the cream shade all over our lid. and I really packed on that shade so that it can open up my eyes. Now I'm just gonna blend this one here, just that edge, with no additional color. And then I'm just going to do the shade 3 in my lower lash. I'm gonna put a little bit of my Pillow Talk on my waterline. And I'm also gonna do the same, just really close to my line, nothing too crazy. And this is a beautiful shade of liner. Just doing a few coats of mascara. I forgot to highlight my brow bone, so I'm gonna do that with the beige in here. And I'm just gonna apply any other highlighter, any that you have. I'm gonna do that in my inner corner because I cannot do an all matte without highlighting my inner corners. And I'm gonna finish off with her Pillow Talk in medium too. Alrighty, you guys, and let's talk conclusions and the collection itself. So I really think that the eyeshadow palette was beautiful. It was so easy to work with. The mattes, they're all matte, but they all blended so nicely and easy. I really liked it. I really enjoyed working with it, and I can tell that this shade is gonna take it really smoky if you wanted to. So I didn't even want to use that shade because I thought it was gonna take it too out there. But yeah, I love the look. It is super summery and sexy and warm. So if you're into warm shades, if you're into warm shadows, this is for you. The bronzer is just stunning to look at. I think it's beautiful. I really enjoyed how easy and smooth the formula really is. It's truly just like her airbrush powder. I love it. I love the shade on me. I think it's just warm, but warm enough to let me contour and just do one product and not to use two or more, you know what I mean? But I find that this shade is perfect for me. So if you're an NC 35, NC 40, something like that in MAC, I'm gonna leave all the reference for my foundations in my comments below. But anyway, I really liked it. I think it's worth every single penny because it was just buttery and just so easy to blend. It was just effortlessly. So super impressed. For summertime, my favorite kind of bronzer is warms. I always go with warm bronzers, and that's why I love the Fenty, and we're gonna compare that one in just a second. I love me some warm bronzers, and this one I find that is perfect because it's not too warm, not too cool. It's just a nice in-between that I could use to both contour and bronze. Just like you said, I used it on my nose and I felt like it really gave it a nice, you know, nice contouring effect without being harsh or anything. I'm out of words. So now let's move on to the comparisons of other bronzers that she has on her line. I wanted to show you, so let me do that. Alright guys, so these are the bronzers that I wanted to show you. The first one here that is really close to, so the second one is her newest. So this one that is a little bit close in tone to her newest is you can find in her Instant Look in a palette. So it is the bronzer that we have here, which has a little bit of shimmer. I don't know if you can tell, but the colors are similar. This one is completely matte with which is her newest airbrush bronzer. Then we have this one here, which I thought may be warm, but is so warm. It is the Fenty bronzer in Island Tang. So far off I was. And then this one down here, yeah, I was still far. This is more red, as you can see, and that one you can find in her Glow Gasm palette. So it is this bronzer down here. So nothing much to compare. I thought I had something closer. Now let's talk price. So this guy right here retails for $65 and you get 16 grams of product. Something like the Fenty bronzer, which is, you know, smaller, it is less than half. It is 6 grams. It retails for $40. So I think you are getting a good deal, you know, when it comes to price if you compare with something like the Fenty. When you do the math on how pricey grams are on each bronzer, you do end up paying more with the Fenty than you do with the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is massive. I don't have anything like this. This is reminding me of the Omega bronzers by Marc Jacobs, but I don't own those two compare. So this is massive like those. So in general, I have to say that I think it is a good price for her luxury brand, and same for the quad. It's just her regular price as the other quads, so really no difference. I know those quads are really pricey, but I really liked this one. I think all 3 shades performed, and I'm just realizing that I've never did swatches on the quad. I apologize. So let me do that right now. And these are the swatches of the quad. As you can see, they were just like a one swatch kind of swatch, really super pigmented. I knew my darling Charlotte wasn't gonna fail me. If you've been here with me, then you already know this. I'm a fan of her makeup. Like, I'm a complexion person, and that's why I love her line. I find that it's super targeted to complexion, and that's like the best part of makeup in my opinion. Before, I didn't even wear eyeshadow. I just did my complexion. I just felt stunning and flawless. I love her foundation, by the way. I find that it is so beautiful. It lasts so long. You just have to really work with it. Right now, as a primer, I have the Laneige glowing makeup serum. So this is super hydrating, and then I did her magic cream, which is over here. So I did a little bit of her magic cream, and then I did that, and it just like so beautiful. So if you couldn't tell, I'm in love with everything that I tried. I knew I was going to be, and yeah, you got it, friends. And that was it. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this summer collection from Charlotte? I know there are lipsticks on the way. I know she's releasing 3 shades, and you bet I'm gonna be all over them. So what did you think of this collection? Do you like it? Are you planning to pick it up? Did you pick it up already? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to chat. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my video, and do not forget to click that red subscribe button below for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!